Ooh. Legalicks, how are you?
I'm good. How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm good. It was a very long weekend, packed filled with games. 4 games every day, 3 games today. A lot going on. How was
Yeah,
your weekend?
I had a good weekend. Won a lot of bets this weekend. Uh, been seeing the playoffs pretty well, and it's been fun. And the games have been lit. All the games have been lit. This is one of the. I think this might be one of the best first rounds in a long time. Actually, nobody got swept. Yeah, this might be one of the best first rounds in NFL. I'm talking about NFL, NBA playoffs history though. No team got swept. All the games are series. Uh, we've had a lot of little turns with injuries and things like that. We have some nice storylines. We got some
Mm-hmm.
people talking mess to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I think this is a pretty lit playoffs.
Are you saying the NBA is back?
Yeah.
Because people have been saying it was cooked and boring and no one cares anymore. Is it back?
I don't think the NBA playoffs was ever gone. Like the NBA playoffs be
Okay.
lit regardless. I think they talking about more of the regular season. The regular season be kind of, but
Mm-hmm.
the playoffs busting every time.
Okay. We can dive into some of the games. There were a lot of game threes this weekend, but the game threes from Saturday, we can just talk about them because they're playing again today. So we can talk about that later. So let's just dive in really quick. Our free play record is now 5-1. Do you remember
Yep.
what it was that you gave out?
Jason Tatum 10 rebounds. He didn't get them, and
Mm,
that's what I didn't give out the best play, which was the best play was the Spurs money line. That was our max bet. I believe that was what Friday night. That ended up
mhm.
winning. They came back from down 15. The free play, Jason Tatum, he just ain't getting no rebounds that game. Jalen Brown got them all.
Which happens.
Yeah, Philly changed their lineup too. Well, Boston changed their defense. They put what they did instead of having they put damn, why I can't think about who they put Jalen Brown on Tyrese Maxey.
Mm,
They changed their
you agree
defense.
with that?
Yeah, it worked.
Hmm. Okay. So our free play record is 5-1. We can dive into. There's only one game that from this weekend that doesn't play again today for that series. That's Knicks Hawks. Final score was 114-98. What do you think of
Yeah.
that game three?
For that game, we actually cashed on that one. We had the under in this game. We made a lot of money on this. We kept taking the Hawks team total under every quarter. It was like 28 every quarter. I think they got it in the fourth. That's it. They literally went under every quarter, and we had under for the game. Uh, Carl Anthony Towns ended up with a triple double in this one. The Knicks handled
Big
business.
Purr.
Big Purr, Big Purr. We also had Carl Anthony Towns over 19 and a half points as one of our VIP plays. That cashed as well. He ended up with 20, 10, and 10. So Cat got his first career playoff triple double. That's pretty cool. Also, man, they made an adjustment too. The Knicks did. They had to take Jalen Brunson off of CJ McCollum. They just made the adjustment. They put Mikal Bridges on CJ instead, and then they just hid Jalen Brunson in the corner on Dyson Daniels, and dared Dyson Daniels to beat him shooting the ball, which he couldn't. Dyson Daniels isn't a good shooter. He's a good hustle player. He rebounds, plays defense. He can pass to people, but he's more of a driver. He's not trying to make shots. So the Knicks just didn't respect him at all, and it made them a lot better on defense, able to rotate back to the other guys and things like that. Yeah, so that's what happened in that game pretty much. It's 2-2 now. The Knicks had to win that game. It was a must win. You couldn't go down 3-1. Uh, and it worked out for them. So now they're going back to New York 2-2. We got us a series. The Knicks should win this one. I like the adjustment they made. I feel like they found something, and it should be all right.
You mentioned before, you said Mikal Bridges was not showing up. He was robbing the city of New York. Do you still stand on that, or did he hear you and adjust?
I don't know. He highway robbery still because he's supposed to be a lot better than what he is, but he he might be enough. Whatever he's doing now might be a little bit better. Jalen Brunson got him going. I remember a time he got a fast break steal. Jalen Brunson did. He could have laid the ball up instead. Passes to Bridges. Make sure you get him going. Get him a dunk. Let him see the ball go through the rim. He played a lot better. And I think the fact that he's having to defend the person that's been killing. Now it kind of like when I used to play basketball, me being able to guard someone that was like the best player on the other team, it charged me up enough where now
Mhm.
I'm so in the game now instead of just sitting there in the corner or something like that. I'm more engaged, so it made me play better.
Mhm. We got to talk about Nikhil Alexander Walker. He won Most Improved this year for this season. How have you been, I guess, enjoying him? How do you think he's been doing?
I mean, he's improved from like 7 points a game to like 17, 18. His jump that he's made coming to Atlanta has been ridiculous. His cousin is Shea, but
Mhm.
Alexander Walker has been just a really good player for the Hawks. Really consistent, making threes, driving, slashing, doing everything he needed to do. We actually gave out Alexander group at plus 500 odds to win most improved player. That ended up cashing, so that was pretty satisfying for our clients. Just too much value. The other two guys that were up there for the award were like Jalen Duran, Jalen Johnson. I feel like
Mhm.
Jalen Johnson didn't make that big of a jump. Yeah, he played a lot better this year, but he was already really good. And then Jalen Duran was already really good. So it was like, yeah, he could have got it, but this guy, he barely played last year. He didn't play a lot. He was just like, if it's a bad game from somebody else, somebody get hurt, you know what I'm saying? His
Mhm.
spot in Minnesota was just a totally different role. Now he comes over here and starts, and you could just see the uptake in his efficientness.
So it sounds like for him, it wasn't really that he super overly improved. It was more so they gave him more minutes to then showcase what he was able to do with it.
Exactly. Yeah. More
Mhm.
opportunity.
Makes sense. Okay. So now we can just switch over to game four recaps from yesterday. It was a lot of games. So we got to go through them kind of fast, but we can start with Cavaliers Raptors. Final score was 89-93.
Yeah. This game was we had the under on this too. Uh ring ring ring. We've been taking some unders and winning. But yeah, we had the under in this game. It was so much defense being played in this game on both sides. Neither team could make a shot. I saw a stat that said the Toronto Raptors had won that game with the lowest field goal percentage of a winning team in the playoffs since I don't know how when. It was a long time ago. But
Mhm.
they shot terrible from the field, but they played really, really hard. Murray Boyles, again, the X factor. He's playing excellent defense. They putting Scotty Barnes on James Harden on the perimeter instead of letting him guard Mobley, so that it's been a lot harder for James Harden to be effective in pick and roll and to get the Cavs offense going. I feel like that was a key switch that the coach has made. And Murray Boyles is playing out his mind. He's switching on the screens. He's letting them get out in transition. He's passing. He's just playing excellent defense, and he's rebounding, getting some hustle points. The Cavs are in a real series. I don't know if it's going to look different when they get out of Jurassic Park, but this Toronto team is scrappy. Even though Brandon Ingram didn't shoot well from the field, he played better. He said his girl was going to help him go to sleep early. I guess he did. He played a lot better. RJ playing
That
better.
was so embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like, but you saw he commented after that later, like, oh, apologizing. I shouldn't have said that. It's too late. That was embarrassing.
Yeah, it is. It should be all right. But yeah, though, this series I'm very interested to see when it gets back to Cleveland how this is gonna go. Those Raptors defenders can defend. They got guys that ain't scared, and in the playoffs you get to play a little bit more. The Raptors are just out being more physical than the Cavs right now. I think.
Mhm.
Um, I thought Cleveland had that game won down the stretch. They went up about 6 points with probably 2 minutes left, and then Toronto closed the game on like an 8-0 or 10-0 run. Um, Toronto just able to get what they want. Scotty Barnes is a bona fide killer on both sides of the floor, and he making people put some respect on his name in this playoffs right now.
What have you been thinking about James Harden and how he's been playing?
He turned the ball over 7 times in back-to-back games. So
Yeah.
that's and those are 2 games that the Cavs lost. Toronto making them turn the ball over. He turned the ball over. Now Toronto can get out and run. Toronto out and running. You can't stop Scotty Barnes on no fast break. He dunking the
Mhm.
ball on your head. Or they're gonna get an open shot for RJ Barrett or one of those guys.
I think it's tricky for the Cavs because we keep saying that they have a big four, but on a night where if you have a big four and all four don't show up, or only one or two of them show up, you end up with a game like this where the other team just outperforms you and works harder,
Yeah, for sure, for
which
sure.
unfortunately happened.
Mhm.
Okay, another game from yesterday. We have the Spurs versus Trailblazers. Final score was 114-93.
Yeah, we talked about this Friday. We said this
Mhm.
series goes basically if Wemby's on the floor, the Spurs are the better team because that's the one player. I keep saying these teams are very similar, but when Wemby is on the floor, the Spurs are the better team. Without Wemby, it's a 50-50 game, and I think I lean towards Portland just because
Mhm.
Drew Holiday is playing out of his mind. Um the young guys are playing well. Scoop did not play well this last game. This last game actually was crazy because the Spurs were down about 18 points and they stormed back, and to blow a team out by 20 after you was down by 18 says a lot. This series
Mhm.
is done. Wemby is back. This series is over with. Wemby is a game changer in the biggest way possible. He had 7 blocks. He gets offensive boards. He stops people from coming to the rim, even if they're thinking about coming to the rim. He does this in transition, finds his open man. Then De'Aaron Fox comes and shuts the game down when it's time to win. Spurs are tough, man. Spurs gonna have a shot this year, especially with that J-Dub injury for the Thunder. It kind of,
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know. Shea gonna really show he the best player in the world this year if he can go ahead and win this one and beat those teams without a healthy J-Dub. It's no question who the best player in the world is if Shea can lead the Thunder to the back-to-back championship without his second All-Star.
So, well, since this is playoffs now, but voting for NBA awards was for the regular season and has already happened, who do you think between Shea and Wemby has a better chance?
I think Shea's gonna get it, but we'll see. I think Shea gonna get it.
Okie dokie. Another game from yesterday, we had the Celtics 76ers. Final score was 128-96. They're just not letting up at this point.
Yeah, Joel came back. Like I said, the thing with Boston, they either make threes or they don't make threes. They making threes, you can pack your bags up and go home.
Hmm.
You ain't gonna beat these guys if they making their shots. The game they lost, they just didn't make shots. Derek White hasn't made any shots yet still. But Peyton Pritchard showed up yesterday. He made a lot of threes, made a lot of shots. They played pretty good defense. Also, Joel Embiid came back from Philly. He did play well, but I think he changes how the game is played for them. Sometimes when you add that player back mid-series or after you got accustomed to not playing with them, it kind of
Hmm.
throws off certain things. Some other players who've been playing well kind of go back into a shell. I mean, at the end of the day, when Joel Embiid steps on the floor, he commands a double team. You have to pay attention to him. It ain't no, oh, Joel just back, and you just act like it's not a real thing. Joel Embiid was a former MVP of the National Basketball Association, arguably
Hmm.
the best big man in the league. He did play pretty well. He had, I think, 26 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. Um, it's just Boston made all their shots. I mean, they put up 130 points almost. It's not much you could do if they're making all their shots, no matter what team you are. Joel, this series is over too. Sorry, I know Embiid is back, but the series is over. You're not Boston gonna end this thing. Boston gonna end
Hmm.
this thing. They champs for a reason. They know they don't need to play them extra games. They can get their rest, see who they play next, and call it one. I would like to see Philly healthy once, just 1 year of a fully healthy Philadelphia team. They might be pretty good, but it won't be this year. The road ends in the first round for the Philadelphia 76ers this year.
So if Spurs are up 3-1, Celtics are also up 3-1. As a coach, would you try to rest your starters a little bit, or do they still need to bring the intensity and bring the heat
Oh
until
no,
the
you
clock strikes zero?
Oh yeah, you in the series. You gotta make sure you're in the series. They say, "Oh, Joel messed up the rotation, slowed the game down." Yeah, he definitely messed up the rotation, slowed the game down a lot. Um, yeah, definitely that. But no, you put teams away as soon as possible because anything can happen. This is the thing. People think it's just about getting through the 7-game series. You have to get out healthy. That's the main thing. NBA championships are won by skill, and also it's a lot of luck. You just got to be healthy. You got to be healthy. We're gonna talk about some of the injuries that are going on in the NBA so far. They're big injuries that literally change the whole landscape of who could win or who could not win. For multiple teams. There's multiple teams with real injuries that really change the whole dynamic of everything. So as a coach, you gotta end this in as least amount of games as possible. Don't have your guys play as many minutes because you can literally get injured on the last play, and now Jason Tatum goes down or Jaylen Brown goes down because you went to an extra game. Now you probably
Tyrese Halliburton.
Tyrese Halliburton. Like any of these injuries happen, it changes everything.
Okay, one more game from yesterday, just to recap really quick before we get into tonight. Lakers, Rockets, final score was 96-115.
Yeah. Everybody was yelling sweep. Kevin Durant was ruled out again about in the afternoon yesterday, and everybody like, oh, here we go again. Sweep. The Rockets came out there and laid belt. They laid real belt on the Lakers the whole game. I don't think this series is over. If I know they're saying Austin Reeves gonna come back next game. I know that the Rockets haven't looked good. They haven't done nothing. They blew the lead the other day on Friday. But I just think that it's a chance that the Rockets could be the first team to come back from down 3-0.
I mean, they've already started a little bit to
I think
chip
it's a good chance the Rockets. Yeah, they got the win yesterday. I definitely think it's a chance they can have a 3-0 comeback because at the end of the day, nobody thought that the Lakers was better than the Rockets at the beginning of the series. The Rockets were an 8-point favorite in LA to start the series. No Luka, no Reeves. Then they was a 5-point favorite even after they won game one. The Lakers was still a 5-point underdog. And then at home, the Rockets was still a 5-6-point favorite without KD. Yesterday was the closest spread it was, and the Rockets got the win. But I think Ahmed Thompson has gotten his confidence, both scoring the ball and playing defense and rebounding. I think these young kids, some of them might just got enough confidence from their last game. They shoot better. I think LA might have ran out of bullets. They shot lights out the first few games. I don't know. I think they got a chance. Do I think LeBron got one game in him? Yes. So it's the fact that it's only one game makes it kind of risky. But I think Houston makes it a series, at least wins another game, especially if KD can come back healthy for the next game in LA. I think the Rockets take that one. Then we're going to see who got us a series.
So you think this might end up going to 7?
I just don't trust the Lakers enough. I feel like the Lakers ain't good. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised if Houston came back and was the first team to win after being down 3-0. I would not be surprised. Do I think it's going to happen? No, because it's just one game. We should be able to get one game with the guys on that roster, but we will see.
Okay. Let's move into tonight's playoff games. The first one on the slate is the Detroit Pistons versus Orlando Magic. Let me add in the injury report. 2 of the players are game time decisions, but what do you think of this matchup for tonight?
This matchup has been a lot better than what people expected.
To preference, game 3 of Pistons Magic was on Saturday. Final score was 105-113. So you could talk a little bit about the last game and what you think is going to happen tonight as well.
In that game we had Orlando, and this one as the underdog. We cashed in the group for this. The run we've been on is crazy. We cashed the Magic and we cashed the over in this game. Knew it would be high scoring. I knew the Magic would play with a lot more pace, just to get better shots. Paolo Banchero closed these guys out. Desmond Bain started it. Desmond Bain ended with like 25 points. But I can't say enough about how well Wendell Carter is playing in this series. Both passing, rebounding, scoring, defending, everything. Wendell had, I think, 17 rebounds. Literally, he had 17 rebounds the other night. He's playing out his mind. Durant does not look like an all-star. Wendell looks like an all-star in this series. He's totally stopping him. I don't know what Detroit needs to do to get him involved. He just looks like a regular big. He doesn't look like an all-star, first team, nothing. Durant looked regular as hell out there. Tobias Harris is coming to play every single game, just being the vet he is. Cade is out there hooping. Durant is not showing up. That's just point blank period why Detroit is down in this series. They don't win tonight. I think they go home. I don't see a world where they can beat the Magic 3 times in a row. So they have to win this game tonight. Do I think they will? I have to do some research, look at some numbers. I'll be doing that in the next 20 minutes. But I think I lean Magic, honestly. I mean, Paolo looks like he's the most unguardable player on the floor. They can kind of wall up against Cade, and they kind of live with whatever Cade does. He does, as long as the others don't chip in, and that's kind of working for him. The thing with the Magic, you can't just worry about Paolo because Jalen Suggs is playing well. Desmond Bane can go get you buckets. Wendell Carter makes open shots. Anthony Black comes off the bench. Batanze gives you some good minutes. They have so many guys that do different things, but they all play both sides of the ball. Unlike the Detroit side, Detroit, they got a couple guys that you can attack on the defensive side of the ball because they're not good defenders. Gun in my head, I'm saying Orlando with the points in this one. I think this game is a little bit more defense. I feel like the refs are going to be a little less polite with the whistle, not allowing teams to just get to the line. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be an emphasis that Detroit has. Stop letting Orlando get in the bonus early. They kept letting Orlando get in the bonus early, And guys like Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero, Desmond Bane, they know how to draw fouls. That's what they do. They get to the line, they make their free throws, and once you get in the bonus with 6 minutes left, you may as well know you're giving up 30 points that quarter because they ain't going to do nothing but get fouled. They're going to get fouled. You're going to foul them. You're a physical playing team. They're going to get fouled. And you can't give up free throws. You can't lose the free throw battle. I don't think you're going to win games consistently.
So you mentioned before, you were saying that the Pistons would need someone like Javonte Green to pop up and show out. You've talked about Asar Thompson a little bit, Cade Cunningham a little bit, but what do you think the key players like a Cade or like an Asar would really need to do in order for them to come back?
They got to get something out of Durant. It's him. It's Durant. Okay. Tobias is playing his ass off. It's Durant. Durant not giving you nothing. He fouled out. He had 8 points and 9 rebounds, 3 for 10 from the field. Yeah, he had 5 blocks, but he got 6 fouls. You putting him in the bonus. He's the main one putting him in the bonus here. And then coming out the bench with Isaiah Stewart. Isaiah Stewart had, I think, 2 flagrants or something. Like, he's doing dumb fouls, a dumb foul at the end of the half with no time on the clock. He just knocks somebody out the air, give up a free throw. You can't do that type of stuff and expect to win these close games. Like, literally, these games are close. So any little thing matters. Yeah, it gotta be Durant. Durant is the key. Thompson played a lot better this game. Looked like he got his confidence. But Jalen Durant has to give you at least half of an all-star.
Somebody on Instagram said he's been playing soft.
Yeah, soft as hell. And it's so crazy because that's the opposite of what he is. He plays aggressive, very aggressive at that.
Yikes. Okay. Well, let's swing over to the next game of the night. OKC Thunder, Phoenix Suns. No J-Dub, out with a hamstring injury. A couple more game time decisions. Mark Williams out with his foot. What do you think of this series? I will also preface by saying the last game for game 3 on Thursday, Thunder Suns, final score was 121-109. You love the Thunder,
Shea
though.
had 40. Shea had 42. Shea had 42 and missed 3 shots. He missed 3 shots and had 42 points. Foul bait, right? And that's the best player in the world. There's nothing you can do about it. He got the aura. He got everything you need out of a star player. And he can't be stopped. There's nothing you can do to stop him. You could try. You could pray. You could do a lot of different things, but there's nothing that's going to stop Shea. It's just what it is. The Suns are going home. They ain't got enough. Um, they probably won't win the game. This is what championship teams do. In the first round, they sweep teams. This is gonna be the first sweep. Um, like I said, hasn't been one. This is the sweep of the first round. That's what championship teams do. Thunder can't be stopped. Man, Shea back-to-back 35-point games. He just gets to his spot, pull up, easy, walk down court. Like every young player should just watch Shea play basketball. It's a couple guards I feel like all young players should watch. Is this guy here, Shea, and then is Drew Holiday. You should watch both of them play basketball. They just make the right decisions. This kid here is just get to his spot, pull up, practice shot, or pass. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter, he just reading the defense. You never know what you're going to get because there's no defense for him. You can't really game plan for him because he just takes whatever you do and makes the right decision and destroys you. He pick you apart every single time. Pull up.
He's
Can't be
just
stopped. Good
perfect.
defense, all that.
He does it all.
Man, there's not much he can't do. What did they say? He's the best player in the game. It's just that simple. You never know what you're going to get. Michael Peters, when he's talking about the Kobe Bryant, this is what this is all over again. Kobe Bryant 2.0. Just a little bit less aerial. He don't get in the air as much. But that's why his game going to last so long. He don't really jump. He plays so low to the ground, but he explosive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this series over. It ain't really much to talk about here. Maybe Dylan Brooks get his points because he's going to shoot the ball a million times. Same with Jalen Green. They're the guys that got to shoot the ball.
Mm-hmm.
That might be a good prop. But besides that, Thunder going to whoop their ass again. It don't matter if they got Jada up. They don't need him for this. They will need him later, but they don't need him now.
Just straight BTA, as the kids say.
Yeah.
Shea, also, he recently won Clutch Player of the Year. Do you think that in his mind he cares, or does he just want MVP and Finals MVP and the ring?
No. He don't care about none of that. He want Final MVP, maybe. He just want a championship. He just want ring after ring after ring. He don't care about that other stuff. It just come with how they play. Like, that's just what come with it. Shea, he just does what he needs to do. Do who I want with the ball. You know how they ask that question all the time? Who would you like to have with
game
the ball?
On the line.
You down one, game on the line. It's a no-brainer for me. I want Shea because I know he's going to get me something good. I don't care if it's his shot, somebody else's shot. It ain't going to be no bullshit to get put up. He either going to get to the line, get a good shot off, or get his teammate a wide open look because they doubled him and somebody's wide open. And the thing with the Thunder is people are kind of reluctant to double because then you get killed by those threes by the randoms. When the randoms get going, that's tough because now you in the fourth quarter, all the randoms are going. Now Shea come in the bonus. The Thunder, their rotation is so good because like in the fourth quarter, what they do, they sit Shea the first 5-6 minutes of the fourth, let you get in the bonus, so let you foul. Now when Shea check in at the 7-minute mark, 6-minute mark, he in the bonus. He get up off the bench like, oh yeah, I'm finna go shoot some free throws. He know I'm finna go shoot free throws. Now it ain't. He take his warm up off like, all right, cool, free throw time. We in the bonus. Every single time down, you gonna foul him, and every time you touch him now, imagine that you already can't stop him, but now every time you touch him, he go get 2 free throws. Come on, man, that's not fair. It's not fair at all.
Well, historically, you have said that Shea is your favorite player. We can see via your commentary that is always proven. But who else do you think would be in the conversation as some of the top clutch players in the league for this season?
I think they literally go that. I think they just do that off of just straight the stats. So I would have to look at the people's stats. I can't really tell you that, but I mean, I like Steph, but Steph ain't play. I love having Steph in the clutch.
Okay. Someone has said earlier not to leave Steph out that conversation. He said, got to teach the youth to be unselfish and move without the ball.
Yeah, no, for sure. Steph, got to watch Steph as a young player moving out the ball. So when I was young, the guy I used to watch was Rip Hamilton a lot. I feel like kids should still watch Rip Hamilton highlights. Never dribbled the ball. He just did curls on the baseline, and that's just what it was. So I think Rip Hamilton, another one of those guys you definitely got to watch as a young guy growing up trying to play some basketball.
All right. So Thunder, we're saying it's a sweep. It's over with. Finito. So I guess we can move on to the next game. Nuggets Timberwolves tonight with no Ant-Man. He's out with a knee injury. Dante DiVincenzo's out with Achilles. Aaron Gordon is a game time decision for his calf. And then Peyton Watson is out again with the hamstring.
Yeah, this series is insane. The Nuggets are down 3-1, but on the betting sites, Minnesota is only minus 140 to win the series. So basically, that means, for those who don't understand, they think that Denver really got a good chance of coming back and winning this thing now that Ant is out. They really don't think Minnesota gonna win another game. Do I think that? I think they disrespecting Mr. Dusumu. I definitely need some Dusumu highlights in the course of this. My bad. That's very disrespectful. We need some Dusumu highlights eventually. We're gonna touch back on him. But this series is crazy right now because Ant got hurt. Dante DiVincenzo tore his Achilles.
Mm-hmm.
But but they didn't know that Io was really one of them guys. I ain't think that they didn't know. He's out. The Bulls had him.
They wouldn't have known. Like it wasn't showcased for them to have known.
Yeah. I mean, it was so funny. Julius Randle in the post-game conference, he was like, yeah, I didn't know he was that good. He's really that good. He was like, I didn't know. He said, when I was in the East, the guys in Chicago were Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. It was their team. I never knew this guy was this good. I'm happy we got him. Io, when he was at Illinois, all he did. So this is why he's so effective in this series. Just to break it down, it's the same shit I keep telling y'all. It's the Joker's rule. Joker cannot move his feet in pick and roll. He can't do it. Io is a guard that gets downhill, gets to the rim with speed, and he wants to run the break. So when he go high pick and roll and Nikola Jokic is the defender, Jokic ain't doing nothing but backpedaling. So Io going full speed. He in his pull up. He getting all the way to the rim. Look, boom, pull up. Jokic backpedaling. Floater. Hey, Jokic as your last defender. Look, every single time. Here it come again. Pick and roll. Come on, Joker. Come here, Joker. Murray, too small. He's just attacking Murray and Joker every single time because the pick and roll, Joker is really Big Mitchell. So my uncle, he played in the NBA, coached in the NBA for a lot of years. He always used to ask me, like, when I used to call him, ask him about the games, what you think? He would be like, who guarding, for instance, let's say Chris Paul, when Chris Paul was in the league. I'm like, I would say whoever the opposing guard was, right? I would always say whoever the other point guard was. He like, no, he not guarding him. Jokic is guarding him. Because in the NBA, they switching the pick and roll or the big got a hedge. So whoever is really guarding them is the big, not the actual guard guarding them. So that's the situation in this with Minnesota. I think Minnesota can get one more game without Ant-Man. I feel like that them getting 12 points tonight is ridiculous just because they lost Anthony Edwards. I think the supporting cast has been what's making Minnesota win, not even Ant-Man. So I think it's too many points. Do I think that Denver wins the game tonight? Probably. But I don't think it should be a 12-point spread. I think these guys are going to score. I guess this will be my free play, too. Io, don't do it yet. Okay, but yeah, I think Io will change. I don't look for him to score 40 tonight. I think he'll be getting his teammates involved a lot more and doing the other things as well. Because now he's going to be a little bit higher on the scouting report. I don't think that stops him, but I think that they kind of want to stop him from scoring, make somebody else beat them, and he's just going to play the game the right way, make the right decisions, do the right things. He's not going to just force. He scored 42 points because Denver gave him the opportunity with the defense they was playing to score the ball.
Someone on Twitch said, I wouldn't be surprised if Denver came back, but they just beat Denver without Anthony Edwards and Dante. I think it's easier for Minnesota to win one more than Denver to win 3 straight.
Yeah. No, this is a series. I ain't gonna lie. This game tonight says a lot. This the big one. I mean, obviously it's the big one because if they lose, they go home. But this is the big one because now that Minnesota confidence kind of wavers once you lose this
Mhm.
game. It's like, oh, okay, we got to go win this next game at the crib because we don't want to go back to Denver. That's what gets to happen. It's like, oh shit, now we got to go back to Denver playing altitude without our guys. I do think it's gonna be one of the games where it's gonna be one of these 3 games where Julius Randle goes for 30 and is able to beat him by himself. They end up having to double him, and then he's kicking it out to guys that can shoot. I wonder if Terrence Shannon gonna get some burn tonight. I like to see Terrence Shannon let another let the kids from Chicago go beat Denver. I think Terrence Shannon can be very effective, very very effective in this matchup. I definitely think Terrence Shannon can affect this matchup a lot. Uh, for real, for
So,
real.
if Anthony Edwards is out tonight with the injury, they haven't specified how long it would be. Do you think that the Timberwolves can still win this series without
Uh,
him?
yeah, yeah, I do. I think they can win the game. I think they can. They can't win the next series without him though. No matter who they
No.
play. I told you they get. I think they get the Spurs. Yeah, they're not winning that.
Would it be a gentleman's sweep, perhaps?
I don't know what it's gonna be, but they ain't beating the Spurs.
Okay.
Six
But
max
that's
is gonna go.
if Wemby remains healthy then, because with these
Yeah,
playoffs, you really don't know.
yeah. It's been probably one of the craziest playoffs injury things in a while.
Mhm. Okay, a couple of things. As we've been seeing the NBA awards rolling out, question for you: who do you think is going to win Rookie of the Year? It's supposed to be announced later on today. Uh, are you there? Hello. I don't know if I'm frozen or you're frozen.
Yeah, okay, I can hear you now. What'd you say?
I was asking, who do you think is going to win Rookie of the Year? The announcement is coming out very soon.
Oh yeah, they should be announcing it today. So the 3 finalists are Cooper Flag, VJ Edgecombe, and Con Canuple.
Hmm.
Uh, what I think should happen, I think it should be a co. Honestly, it's been co
Okay.
MVP. I mean, I'm talking about MVP. It's been co Rookie of the Year 4 times so far. I think this is a great year for it to be co. I feel like what Con was doing was more effective for his team. Cooper Flag just had the keys to the
Hmm.
ignition more. Everything went through Cooper Flag, so obviously your numbers are going to be inflated if everything's going through you. Khan was still able to put up solid numbers, and he wasn't the focal point. He wasn't the best player on the team. He wasn't the player they're like, oh yeah, we want to run everything through you. He got in where he fit in. Top 2 in 3 pointers made, broke Steph record. Um, yeah, I think it's literally a coin flip. Both of these guys played really well this year. Um, yeah, I think it should be Cole. Gun to my head, if I only had to pick one, I would say Cooper Flag because I think they want to give it to Cooper Flag more than Khan. Like the NBA kind of would like Cooper Flag to be the next poster boy for the NBA. It just works perfect. We haven't had an American killer in a while. Like most of the time, it's been the foreign guys.
Hmm.
Recently, we haven't had an American killer in a long time. They want
Hmm.
Cooper Flag to win it because he's American. I think. Uh, he's been playing out his mind. I do think he is the better player as well. So it's not like Cooper Flag not the better player. I definitely think he is. Um, he's generational. The Dallas Mavericks got them a real killer. He played both sides of the ball. He could beat you off the dribble. He could pass. I like that Jason Kidd made him play point guard. The same thing he did with Giannis during his development. I feel like allowing these bigger guys to play point guard earlier in their career gives them such a higher IQ for the game, allows them to be more effective as a player later in their lives, and just be able to play basketball from a different eye, especially with having a coach like Jason Kidd and him
Hmm.
allowing you to play point guard as a big. I think it's going to just help his development so much more. I mean, I don't think Giannis would be the same Giannis that he is today without Jason Kidd being his coach in Milwaukee those early years at all, putting him in point.
So, considering that a large portion of the voting is from internal coaching staff, and then the media, you're saying that you think when someone is a number one draft pick, that they start to get pushed through the media, and that before the season even starts, we kind of assume they're going to be rookie of the year. And then if they meet certain expectations, it's like, okay, let's just give it to this person, though other people might have had a better season but didn't get as much shine in the media.
Not necessarily, but yes and no.
Okay.
Not necessarily. I do. I just this is a different situation. He's the poster boy. It's like
Hmm.
he's the poster boy. He the one. He's supposed to be the one. So it's like it's different.
So
Kind of
someone
like
said
Wimby.
Cooper. They said Cooper is just who they want to win. Khan actually earned it. If you pick up what I'm putting
Yeah,
down, that's kind of what you
yeah.
said.
That's why I said Cole. That's why I just said Cole. I hope it'll be Cole. This will be amazing to say I said Cole and it's Cole.
Have they done co-rookie of the year before?
4 times. They did it 4 times.
Okay. Okay, so this would be number 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess we shall see. So I have a question for you. This is something that I saw when I was scrolling online. I was like, I wonder what Dallas would think about this. So listen up. Ready? You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this
Yeah.
said, could the best defenders at every position win an NBA championship? So if they took the best defenders of every position, this graphic has Amin Thompson, Asar Thompson, Scotty Barnes, Chet Holmgren, and then Wimby. So if that was the starting 5, do you think that those defenders together could win an NBA championship?
No. No, I don't. I don't think so
Okay.
because it depends on who they're going against. At the end of the day, they can win
Mhm.
against a whole bunch of people that can't score. But I think if you put the guys that can score, or like, what team are they going against? That's what it would mean for me, pretty much. It'd be hard to score on those guys, I think, but I don't think it's enough shot making on the floor for them to be able to score on you every time. I feel like
Mhm.
that's a big thing. A lot of these teams, when they don't have enough shot making, the floor is in space, so it's hard to score. So that's really a big thing. I feel like what they used to say, offense beats a good defense. At the end of the day, you can
But
play
don't they
excellent
also
defense and
say
they can still.
defense wins games?
They say defense wins championships. That's what they say, but
Okay.
that's been challenged because of all the rule changes in the NBA, the hand checking. You can't have your hands on the guy so much. They're gonna call foul.
Mhm.
Those type of things kind of sway that. I feel like that was more of an older term. I feel like in how the game has transformed both in all sports, even football as well. You can't do as much pushing. You can't hit as hard. You can't knock somebody head off going across the middle like you used to. NBA, you
Mhm.
can't hand check. You can't foul guys hard when they come to the rim and make them think about coming back down to the rim again. Even I'll even say this: the scoring in the NBA, games used to literally be in the 80s on the regular. It'd be 85, 81, 85, 82. Teams wouldn't score 100. Now, every night, both teams scoring 100,
It's
pretty much.
expected.
When a team don't
Yeah.
score, yeah, when teams don't score 100 points, it's like, whoa. So I feel like it's just changed. The game changing has changed that opinion or whatever, you know what I'm saying, how people say it,
Mhm.
like defense wins championship. I don't think it's valid anymore. You do need to play defense to win, but I don't think that's like that's not what it is no more.
Mhm. Someone said in this league, there's no actual real defense with all the rules that's been implemented now. Kind of the same thing that you just said. So I figured
Yeah.
you might say no. So I asked ChatGPT to give me the best offensive players at each position. So my question to you is, do you think they would win a championship? They put Luca as the point guard, Anthony Edwards as the shooting guard, Jalen Brown as the small forward, Giannis as the power forward, and then Jokic as the center. Is anybody stopping them?
No.
They're not stopping them or they're not winning.
You said wait, so wait. Hold on. First of all, that list is trash, ChatGPT. You get to not have Shay on the list. This is not even real. So we got to replace Shay
Well,
with
okay.
somebody. First of all,
They said SGA is a close alternative, ranking second in points per game with
Yeah. So
31.1. But Luka was the starting point guard they had because he scored 33.5. And if you
Shea
base
taking the
solely
shooting
off
guard
of
spot.
stats,
Yeah. Well, we putting Shea at the 2 and Ant-Man sitting his ass down. But yeah,
the
that
shooting
team gonna
guard, they
win.
had Anthony Edwards, and then the follow up after him, they put Donovan Mitchell.
We putting Shea as shooting guard. Ain't no way Shea not on the floor. That's what I'm getting at here, Maya. Shea going on the floor. So Luka, him 1 and 2, have it. Shea can play off
Okay.
ball, it don't matter. But they winning. They winning. That's just what
They
it is.
winning.
That team, can't nobody beat that team.
Though some of them, quote unquote, don't play defense, as people say. You think that
Yeah,
doesn't
they gonna
matter?
score every time. They scoring every time down. And then Jaylen Brown play defense. It's enough defense. Giannis play defense. That's too much.
Mm-hmm. All right, bet. Do you want to just dive straight into the free play of the day?
Yeah, let's do it. Free play for today. Ayo Sumu over 8.5 rebounds plus assist. I think that just the way he plays tonight, it will be slightly different. I don't think he's gonna go for 40 again, but I do think he's gonna be very effective in this game. So I think he gets over 8.5 rebounds plus assists. It might have went up to 9.5 by now. I bet it earlier today, but I do think he gets to 9.5 too as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why he wouldn't get that. I think they're gonna guard the pick and roll different. They might blitz him instead of just letting him go play 1-on-1 against Joker in the lane.
Mm-hmm.
And long as somebody can make some type of shots for Minnesota, he'll get that.
Okay, bet. And then, as always, you guys can text Legallicks to this number to join your group.
Yep. If you want the main plays for tonight, the plays, our max bets. We are 8-1, our last 9 max bets. So that's just what it is. If you want to make some money, that's the way to go. Make sure you're in the group. Make sure you're getting all our plays for all sports. And that's pretty much it.
All right, bet. Thanks for joining. If you guys are on YouTube or Twitch, please subscribe as we're trying to grow on there. And we'll see you tomorrow.
All right.